Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Mike and this is Mike's After Action Reviews, and today we're going to be delving into the world of darkness with a game published by Nacon and developed by Cyanide Studios. Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. As always, guys, we're going to start with the core gameplay mechanic of the game, and that is combat. Now, combat is double-pronged in this game. You have stealth combat and you have open combat. Now, stealth combat serves to support open combat in the game by way of building a rage meter when you stealth take down enemies. A big thing to mention in this game that makes it a little bit unique as far as stealth is that you can transform into a wolf. This allows you to sneak around through vents, and it also increases your stealth effectiveness, making it harder for enemies to detect you within line of sight. So then, aside from stealth combat, once you build up that rage, you go into open you can enrage any time, but once you go into enrage and turn into your werewolf form, you're in open combat, and that rage that you built up turns into like a mana that you use to activate your abilities. Now you also build up that mana, or that rage, sorry, as you attack enemies in open combat. In open combat you have three stances. You have the agile stance, the heavy stance, and the frenzy stance. Now, the agile stance has 4 abilities. All of them are centered around, well, one of them is a heal, and the 3 others are centered around movement, jumping at enemies, attacking quickly, things like that. Heavy stance has 3 abilities plus a healing ability, and its 3 abilities all have to do with area of effect attacks and doing heavy damage. As you fight, you will build up a purple meter just next to your health bar, and that once that purple meter reaches the top, you can go into frenzy mode. This is your frenzy meter. Frenzy mode has the pros of being both as damaging as the heavy stance and as fast as the agile stance, but has the con of not being able to use any of the abilities, including a healing ability. Moving on from combat, we then have the special features of the game. Now, the game's special features, the first one, most prevalent that you're going to be using, is the penumbra vision, which is used to find items in the game and also plants and other objects that contain spirits. The penumbra vision has a longer range while in your wolf form, and wolf form, I just got to say real quick in this section, is pretty cool. It moves around really nice and actually looks pretty cool, and I enjoyed being able to run around as a wolf in the game. But anyway, it has the penumbra vision has a longer vision in the wolf form and a shorter vision in the human form, but while in human form it acts exactly the same as a wolf form, just shorter range. So how level design works in the game is that in wolf form, most of the time is what I spent in wolf form, I see a plant or an object with a spirit through the walls. I just basically then move from spirit to spirit as I can move through the levels and move from objective to objective. These spirits that I absorb then allow me to traverse a skill tree, increasing some of my character's abilities and aspects. So it's very limited, but I'm going to get into that kind of later. But that is the special features of the game. We're moving on now to the story. So the story of the game is not really why you're all here. This is an action game first and foremost, and you are here for the combat. The story is nothing really to write home about. It's set in the dark universe, and it has to do with Kahal, a werewolf, basically fighting back against Endron, a energy company that is destroying the Earth. Now, something that I do just want to mention for all of the people who are environmentalists, you're going to get something out of this, but this does not totally go the way of telling how humans are terrible and all companies are evil. And also for the people who are not environmentalist types, you are going to have some environmentalist type stuff because it does have to do with this evil corporation, but at the same time your character does identify that not all humans are bad and not all you don't get the vibe that all corporations should be destroyed and all of that stuff. So it touches on it because it's of the lore of the Dark Universe, but it does not, it's not overbearing. So, but anyway, you're fighting this company, and you're also is a little bit of a revenge plot mixed in there as well, and nothing super to write home about. It's there. It does an okay job to get you from plot point to plot point. So my final review score for the game. So you can definitely tell that this was a lower budget game, and I would say that a big criticism that people are probably going to have is that it's going to feel dated. The graphics aren't the best, but graphics aren't everything. I would say that the combat is competent and really actually was fun to play through. The stealth is done pretty well. But like I said, the graphics are subpar for our current year, but that, like I said, that doesn't necessarily bother me really. I would say that with everything mixed together, you have a story that's kind of combat that's okay, and stealth that's competent. I would say that this is an average game, and I really do think that comes down to the game being low budget but high aspiration. And truthfully, a lot of the issues that you're going to find in the game, I do feel were probably exactly that. A development company that just was not given, development team that was not given the budget to do some of the things that they probably wanted to do and make the great game that they wanted to make. But with the money that they did have, they did a very solid job on the combat in both stealth and open combat. And then the writing staff, I just don't think was there to write some, interweaving epic tale. But there's my review, guys. Average game. Thank you all for watching. Hey everybody, I hope that you really enjoyed that review, and I hope they really enjoy this game. While the game in itself is not some great blockbuster, I don't believe that everything has to be in order to be enjoyed, and I do believe that this game is good enough and worthy of being enjoyed. I think that you just need to temper your expectations and realize that while this is part of the Dark Universe, it's also not going to be, Vampire the Masquerade, which is part of the same universe. There is potential here for the studio to come back for, a sequel or even a series of games. And, if for the second one they really ramp some things up and get a little bit of a better budget and a better writing team that could really do a really good story, possibly open world, keeping those combat elements intact, to make a fun game that we can all enjoy. But I still stand by my statement that this is a solid game bringing werewolves to our consoles. And so I really, really did enjoy that aspect of it. I just want to thank you all for watching and say, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can see my newer videos coming out as I put out new things. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook and Instagram I put updates and stuff, but every time that I do live streaming I put up a little post on Facebook so you can track me there. Make sure to leave me a thumbs up and a comment in that comment section below telling me what you think of the game, or if you think that you're going to be interested in playing the game, and any comments, questions, or concerns about the channel. Also, that's where you let me know what you think is working for Mike's After Action reviews and things that I need to improve. I have changed how I do things on the channel quite a bit in the past based on feedback from my audience. So definitely let me know. Communicate with me there, guys, and we can create something better here. The biggest thing that you can do to support the channel right now is sharing my content on social media. So I am a small content creator, small YouTuber, and I'm just trying to grow right now. I pay for advertising on multiple platforms. No advertising that I would pay for, though, is as good as you, my viewers, sharing my videos and recommending them on social media to your friends. And I would really appreciate that. And it's free. It's a small a couple of clicks for you, but it makes a big difference for us. And also remember, guys, that we do still have those milestone goals that we're aiming for. Right now we have 171 subscribers. At 250 subscribers, we're going to do a $125 cash giveaway. So get your mama, your papa, and your grandma all to subscribe, so that way we can make that happen. Like I said, I just want to thank you guys all one last time for watching, and just say God bless you all and have a good day.